So today we're gonna do a shave with a few products from Barber. We're gonna use their pre-shave oil with mint and juniper. We're also gonna use their shaving soap. This one is called Oud, with the scent of oud and some dates, which give it a little bit of a creamy and sweet scent, but also a little bit woody notes in it, thanks to the oud. We're also gonna use the Alum Block as a finisher, just before we're gonna use the last product, which isn't Barber. It's from Purazo, and their sensitive skin series, which has oat milk in it, which helps and dampen the skin after a razor burn. And also the razor and the brush are from Barber, the new collection. And we're gonna load up the razor with a feather blade, which is from Japan. It's a pretty aggressive blade, and just because I have pretty thick beard, so we're gonna use it to get a baby smooth skin. Just gonna prepare the soap to dampen it with a little bit of warm water just to heat it up, and then it will help to build a delicate lather. I'm gonna soak the brush as well in some warm water. This is just to make it catch some of the, and build up better lather, because the bristles needs to be pretty wet before you shave, so they can really like absorb the soap as well. And as well the razor. It is a 3-piece razor, so I'm gonna put in the blade, the head cap, put on the lower cap, then simply screw the handle back into it. And there we have a prepared razor. I'm gonna start off with washing the face, and then start off with the first product, Barber pre-shave oil. I'm gonna use 2 pumps, work it up in my hands, and firmly work it into my beard. And now my brush probably have been soaking in the water for a few minutes, so it's gonna be ready to lather the soap. And the soap as well have been laying in some water, so it's gonna be easier to lather it as well. And as you can see, it's a pretty easy soap to lather as well. Builds up a lather pretty quick. And after we build up a lather in the brush, we're gonna use the other bowl to work it out so it becomes more thicker, so it's not as bubbly as it is right now. Here we have the first lather, but it's still not finished because we have these small bubbles and we want it to be really thick. So it's gonna protect our skin as well when we do the shave. And then we have a pretty finished lather there. Still a few bubbles, but I think it's gonna work perfectly as well. I'm gonna start face lathering. I'm gonna stretch in the skin to get a flat surface and start with the grain. So I'm gonna go with the grain, across the grain, and finish off with going against the grain. And as my beard grows upwards on the neck, I'm gonna start from the south and go upwards. And always remember, when you're stretching your skin, always put the hand off the razor, never before. It's gonna help improve the shave a lot. As we can see, after the first pass, I already got a few nicks here, but it's no problem because I'm gonna show afterwards how we're gonna maintain and work it out and how to like stop the blood from flowing. I'm gonna prepare for the second pass. Just gonna dampen my beard. And since I have a sensitive skin, I'm gonna use a few drops of some more pre-shave oil. Just to maintain a more slick shape. And it's a pretty thirsty soap, so I'm gonna need a little bit drops of water just to keep it moisturized and give me a better glide with the razor. Now I'm gonna go actually against the grain on my throat because it can hardly take more than 2 passes. I'm gonna start upward and go downwards. And then on my shins, I'm gonna go across the grain. I'm gonna start from the ear and go down to the mouth. And here on the cheek part, I'm gonna go actually against the grain just to get it a baby smooth finish, and as well here, just because my beard grows downwards here. And now I'm gonna finish off with the last part, which is just gonna be the cheeks. Just to get that perfect finish. But it's also important that you work with your beard patterns. As you could see, I went with my shaving razor when I went against the grain, went fully through from the ear to the other ear. But it's just because my beard grows to the right. For some people, they could go some other directions because the beard grows in another direction. So it's always important when you use your pre-shave and work it through, you can actually feel in which direction you should do the shaving. And as a finish, I'm gonna use a technique that I learned through through YouTube. It's called rider cap. You're just gonna go against grain. You're just gonna lean the cap a little bit like this, and then just feel like when you just can hear the stubble get caught by the razor. And I'm gonna wash off the face. See if I can find any patches that I might have missed. And as a finisher, I'm gonna just style the mustache lightly, just a little bit of lather. And I'm actually just gonna go with the grain. You can use a razor or a shavette just underneath here, but you can also use a double edge. But it could be a little bit harder because the head is larger. But I'm gonna just stretch in my skin underneath the nose. By washing the face with some cold water, just to close the pores. Then take my Alum Block and just use it all over my face. You can find where you had any nicks or where you did a aggressive shaving if it stings, but for my cheeks and over my mustache in the front of here, you can feel nothing. Just a little bit over here on the neck that we saw before. But as you can see, it's already closed itself, both from the help of the cold water and the Alum Block. Then I'm gonna finish off then I'm just gonna let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute. And while it's sitting there, I'm just gonna wash off my brush. You can maintain your brush by using some shampoo or conditioner just to make it feel fresh. But only like, you don't have to do it as often, 6 times each year, something like that. And now my face should be prepared for the aftershave balm. I'm just gonna take a little bit of water, just wash off some of the remains from the alum. Okay. So then I'm gonna finish off with the aftershave balm from Purazo. And as I said before, I'm gonna use the one for sensitive skin, since I get easily red skin, a few razor burns sometimes. And it's easy to use if you want to use a cologne or something afterwards, because it's not a heavy scent in it. And then it's time to finish off with a cologne. Here we go. A finished shave. So, to be clear, use a pre-shave just to maintain and get some more of a slick shave. A soap that you can lather and get a great lather from, that also moisturize your skin, but as well protect it from the blade. And always try to use new blades, not old. You can easily get like 3, 4, 5 shapes from a blade, but try to change them a little bit more often. And as well, a good aftershave. And if you are like me and have a sensitive skin, I would probably recommend something like Purazo or something else that can help and moisturize your skin afterwards, but also like protect it from eventually like razor burns. And always remember to have an alum block if the danger is around the corner and you, like for a mistake, make a nick or something. Or if you just want to use it to, as I did, to close the pores as well and get more of a slick shave afterwards. Thanks for joining in. I'm Simon, the expert barber from Gents, and I hope you have a nice day.